Welcome to the second episode of Chaos and Keys. I'm Casselyn.
And I'm Natalie.
And we're here to rock your world.
Rock your world.
So even though this is the second episode, last week we kind of were a little bit more spontaneous about the Super Bowl and talking about that. We wanted to take today and I'm going to put this down. And that didn't work.
Yeah.
And tell you guys about us and why we did this and all of that, so you get to know a little bit about Natalie and me. So my name is Casselyn Turtell. We are both realtors in the western suburbs. We work for Compass, and our office is in Hinsdale, Illinois, in case you guys want to know about.
Our podcast is in the car. Chaos, Keys, and Car.
Well, no, it's Chaos and Keys, but in the car.
In the car. Okay, sorry.
But like the in the car is kind of, we'll get there.
Okay.
So I've been doing real estate for 18 years, full time. My partner and I run a team, and we, I love what I do. I came into this right out of college. Thought about going to law school. I did not. I took the LSAT, but didn't do it. Fun story. Natalie actually did go to law school. So these are just things we've learned about each other after, we didn't know each other at that time.
Yeah.
I am married with 2 kids. I have 2 boys. They are the definition of chaos. They are crazy little monkeys, but I love them. And I am a boy mom through and through. Anyone who knows me knows I am boy mom energy and very crass, brass, straight to the point.
I think you just have some boy energy. I think that's what you're trying to say.
100%.
Yeah.
Let's see. I not only do I sell real estate, I'm part of my town's local infant welfare chapter. I'm on the exec board for that. I'm also on the exec board for my school's PTO. This year I officially stopped coaching sports for my kids because they're 5 and 7, almost 6 and 7, and I just didn't have time to do it. You can only do so many things so long. So that's kind of a brief 2-minute story about me.
Okay. So I'm Natalie. I'm married. My husband and I have a little boy. He's 14 months. And
So cute. He's like,
thank you. Thanks. So are yours. That's really kind. And
it's because we want to see the good side of each other's kids.
Yes.
We don't see the stressful nights.
No, we don't. We just imagine them. So I went into real estate because I love helping people. I think that so much of real estate, like residential real estate for sure, is helping people. And I think that's why I kind of got away from, I went to school, I went to DePaul for commercial, my degree's in commercial real estate. I went to law school for a bit. I wanted to do real estate law, but ended up doing residential real estate. And I think it's because more than anything, I like helping people find their dream home, or sell, what they thought was their dream home. I think that's a big part of our job. And it's almost like people pleasing. I mean, I used to be in the restaurant industry, and it's kind of
Customer service.
Yeah, customer service, yeah.
But it is really fun, like that moment. And we've been doing this both a long time. Natalie's been doing it 13 years. And that moment, we can tell before you know that you want to buy the home, that you want to buy the home. We can tell.
Yeah. You can read people really well.
It's really fun doing that. Question why we're doing this in the car. We tried many locations.
Yeah, get right to it.
We didn't like them.
We didn't like them.
We love this.
We like the car.
And we like that.
We like the glare. See how I'm shaded up, and it's sunny down here?
You're gonna get.
It's like a party down below.
And we like also it sounds really weird, but our brains work well with chaos as well. We like the chaos of people getting in their cars around us and doing this and doing that.
Wait until we have our special guests.
Oh.
Back there.
We have had requests for special guests to come on the show.
Yes.
So eventually we will have people on that have asked if they can speak. And so, whoop.
Yep.
No, I mean, maybe not my car because there's no seat in the middle.
Yeah.
We can make them sit on the floor. It's fine.
Right.
They'll be okay.
They'll be fine.
So what is our podcast about? Why chaos and keys? Well, I'm hoping you guys understand the key part.
Yep.
Real estate.
Key.
Chaos, that's life. Life is chaotic. Life is not smooth. It is not easy. It is stressful. you see stuff on TV and on Instagram that everything is super duper easy and wonderful. And of course, we online put our picture perfect life up front, but that's not the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
the reality is it's tough. I mean, I was telling Natalie earlier that you know, my kindergartner called me fat the other day when he was going to bed, and he was overtired. You know, like, understand, he doesn't understand what fat is.
Mm-hmm.
And he called it to me, and instead of taking it like a rational adult
Maybe
would,
he meant fat with a PH.
yeah, that's totally what, yeah. Since he's just learning to spell, that's exactly what he thought. And well, actually, Brad did teach him that the day after. And he was like, you meant PH, right? He's
Yeah.
like, what does that mean? And I was like, pretty hot and tempting. And Brad goes, don't tell him that. Like, he doesn't even know what it means. So, kind of ruined my kid there too. But anyway, so instead of being a rational adult about my kid doesn't understand what he said, I was like, that night crying myself, he doesn't love me. He called me fat. I'll never eat again. And it was like, because that's just how we are as working parents and stuff.
So you let it get to you.
100% let it get to me.
And you haven't eaten.
Okay, we just came from lunch, so clearly it lasted till the next morning when I ate. So
Cheers. Cheers.
you also notice red Solo cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's our little
It's not a
thing.
surprise. We're
Yeah.
like Lil Wayne. We don't know what's in there. He's my idol. Go ahead.
So the show, it is about life being chaotic and just opening the veil on the world around us. We're also going to show you little tidbits of real estate. For example, next week, if you follow us, there will be a small little video of a new construction home we actually just toured, just kind of getting details on it. And one reason that's really important to do is if you have clients in the market that are looking.
My favorite part was when he was like, not bad for a white guy.
I actually didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So,
That's what he said.
but it's important.
Not bad for
No.
a white guy.
So that, you know, if we have clients in that price range, we can say, tell them this home isn't listed. This is just someone that we know that is a builder that is building a home. And so again, we're going to show that side of it. We're going to also show the chaotic side of, you know, your kid didn't sleep last night. Your kid had bad dreams. Your kid was throwing up. Your kid has strep throat. Your kid has whatever. We've all been there. A cough. I mean, a few weeks ago, it was coughing for me, and I was just up all night because I didn't take cough medicine. We've all been there.
Yeah.
And how we have to pull ourselves together and function the next day.
Right.
So, you know, that's what our show is going to be about.
Yeah.
And
Did
anyone,
we recap the Super Bowl?
we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, how
But
long is
I was
this?
going to say, anyone
What
who
are we
is in that stage of life, I mean, alive, you're probably going to have something that relates to us.
Okay.
But now that we've brought up the elephant in the room,
Okay.
take it home.
Well, I heard rumors. I think this is part of the problem. I heard rumors that Stefan Diggs and Cardi B broke up, that they split, because one of his 6 baby mamas was in the front row of the Super Bowl repping his jersey.
So I've heard other reasons
What
why.
was your reason?
So I heard a hotel room
What about it?
fiasco with him and her was found.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Was your source People magazine?
No, my source was my husband, which really isn't a great source because he probably doesn't know what he's
Does he
talking
know them?
about. They text him in the
Okay.
midst of it.
Okay. All right.
But I don't know. He probably read on some.
Okay.
He probably read on Facebook, which everyone knows everything online's true. So,
Yeah.
but my point being is, we don't know. It's rumors. You don't know what.
Right. But you know what? I am still unhappy if that's what. I'm still not okay with the fact that they didn't show her.
But she danced with Bad Bunny.
She did
Not
dance.
with Bad during the halftime show.
Yes, she was a cameo. You know,
Not long enough.
not long enough.
But none of those people were very.
She's talented. I think that we need to. I think I mentioned last time that she had 4 kids all in 10 years. I think it was actually 4 kids in 4 years.
Jeez
So which
Louise.
makes her even more of a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
So about
Anyway.
Ricky Martin looked good.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
He ages well, like a fine wine. So I will say, in my house, of the Super Bowl, my kid's favorite part, Green Day, American Idiot. Days later, I mean yesterday, my 7-year-old comes up to me and starts laughing, goes, Mom, I'm still singing American Idiot. I can't believe they said that on TV. Because in his mind, like, he couldn't believe that was a real song. And I was like, no, it was a good
That's
song.
cute.
Yes. So that was actually really funny. in our house.
Yeah. Well, that's behind us now.
It is behind us. So what we want from you guys, we want your ideas. What do you want to hear us talk about? What do you want? And I don't want to say unsolicited because it is solicited.
Yes.
We're asking you to tell us, write in a question, and we're happy to answer it.
It could be about real estate, pop culture,
Motherhood,
fatherhood,
fatherhood. We'll answer for a good dad. Psh.
black versus white, or white versus black. What we cultivate there.
Speaking of, he doesn't want to be our executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie's husband, Calvin.
Mm-hmm.
This is your official shout out to being nominated for that position eventually.
Yeah.
I know you don't want it.
I told you about my brother, right?
Anthony not understanding?
Yeah, he said he wanted to know what the first one was about, our preview of the preview of the preview. And he was like upset that it didn't have a point.
Anthony, I hope you're also our number one subscriber.
Yeah. So
we can't wait for your comments below so that we can answer them on.
Yeah. We don't want to upset you. So if you want to give us more topics, or even be a special guest in the back seat, because we
already have like 5.
Yeah, we have some people lined up.
Requests for that. We have location requests. We have different suggestions. These are teasers. But also just fun stories that you may have. And now when it comes to real estate, it's not just going to be touring homes. We're going to tell you funny stories of things we have seen in all of our years. And sometimes sad stories and sometimes heartwarming stories.
Jesus was in one of my showings.
But we'll tell that another one.
All right.
But that is a funny story.
Okay.
It's a really funny story. And sometimes some of the things that people do to their home.
Yeah.
I actually have a really funny story that wasn't mine, but I will save it for another one. I tell you all, this one is it could make you pee your pants a little bit.
Okay.
We'll save it.
Just save it.
Well, thanks for
do you know that person?
I don't. Okay. Thanks for queuing in, checking in with us today.
Yeah.
Till next week, we will see you then, and talk about again everything around, but also try and do trending topics, which is really sad. The past 2 weeks, we've lost some really great childhood stars to us.
Yeah.
Catherine O'Hara and James Vanderbeek. That was very sad.
We're aging ourselves.
It's okay.
We're cutting out half the audience.
Well, you guys need your elders.
All right,
young people. All right. Have a good one.
Chaos and Keys.
See
in
ya.
the car.